Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync MOJO Dialer right to your database using LeadConnector, so that all those contacts you're calling using MOJO Dialer's awesome 3-line dialer, they can be added to your database with a push of a button. It's super easy. There's no imports, exports, anything like that. Let me show you how to set this up. The first thing you're going to do is go to MOJO Dialer and you're going to create a group here. I'm going to create a group and I'm going to call it LeadConnector. And what this is going to do, I'm going to set up a sync so that anytime I add a contact to this LeadConnector group, they automatically get pushed right into my database. So to do that, I'm going to go over to API Nation. I'm going to click on Start Syncing. You're going to see a ton of different apps available here. Marketing apps, productivity apps. I'm going to scroll till I get to M for Mojo and click on that. You can see I can sync MOJO Dialer with all these different apps, including the LeadConnector. So I'm going to click on that. And here's the sync available. Contacts from MOJO into LeadConnector. That's what I want. I'm going to activate that sync. Step 1 is to sign into your API Nation account. If you don't have one yet, you can easily create one here, or they're totally free, or you can sign in with your Google account, which is what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to connect MOJO Dialer. It's super easy. Just hit this big button, sign into MOJO, and you're in. Same thing with LeadConnector. Just hit this big button. You're going to sign into your account, choose the account you're using, and there you go. All right, once you've connected both apps, you're going to create this sync. Couple options here. It's going to ask you what group do you want sent into your database. You can select all the groups and then just have it so that anytime you add anybody to any group in MOJO, they get added to your database. I like having a little bit more control, so I set up that LeadConnector group and I'm going to set up the sync so that anytime I add somebody to that LeadConnector group, they go into my database. I can also set this up so it doesn't overwrite if they already happen to be in my database. You can add in any information for the blank fields, but it's not going to completely override it. Totally up to you if you want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that just to be safe and hit subscribe. Now you can see it's created the sync. It's not yet active. I just have to hit this big button at the top to activate it. I'm just going to show you a couple more things. It's sending people from that group into our database. If I wanted to filter, be a little bit more granular, I could do that here. Maybe I only want to send over people from a certain state or from a certain zip code, or with a certain keyword in the notes in MOJO. I could do that using this filter tool. Also, here's the mapping, just to double check exactly everything is going exactly where I want. Property address, city, state, this all looks great. If you want to add anything else, you just hit this plus sign, search for the information you want to pop in there, and drop it in. For source, I would go ahead, I'm just going to write MOJO Dialer. And if you just write simple text into the field, it's just going to use this same string of text in that field for everybody that comes through this sync. All right, this looks great. I'm going to go to the top and activate this sync. All right, the sync is now running. Now, when I'm in MOJO, I'm making my calls. I have a great call with Austin here. And I think, all right, I want to follow up with that guy, but let's put him in my database. All I have to do is come over here and drop him in my LeadConnector group. That's it. I hit that button and now he's going to get synced right into my database. I don't have to import, export, copy, paste, none of that. So that's it. That's how you connect MOJO Dialer to your database using LeadConnector. This way you can use the awesome tools MOJO has to dial through a bunch of prospects and leads, get them qualified, and then push them into your database for follow-up so you can push them towards more deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, and we're connecting the world's applications.